Hi everybody, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now in this video we are reviewing a new telenovela called Being a Xaba. Now this telenovela has replaced Nandi and the Rev. It has took their time slot, whereby they will be airing every Sunday on 7 o'clock. Now one thing, guys, let's talk about DSTV. Let's talk about Mzansi Magic. This channel is slowly becoming Moja Love. It is slowly becoming Moja Love. Let me tell you, they are currently monetizing, okay, and they are currently benefiting through black people's pain, okay. Their whole reality show is currently based on black people's pain. Being a Xaba, we meet a man who is a pastor. He is 61 and he is currently married to a 28-year-old. 28, how are you 61 years and married to someone who's half your age? As if that's not worse, as if that's not the worst thing ever, he also have 22 children, okay. He have 32 children and his eldest child is 30 something, his eldest child is 36. So how is your eldest child 36 and your wife is 28? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. And you can tell that this is a broken black family. It is a broken black family because you can never have 22 children and maybe probably 17 baby mamas and you tell me that you were there for your children growing up. It's impossible. You have 22 children. You can never be at 22 places at once, never. You are just one person. So clearly these adults, because his children are adults, these adults are broken adults, okay. They are broken, and I think the main storyline here, they're gonna be talking about how absent their father was growing up. That's their main storyline. However, one thing that I did pick up is that Musa Mseleko is the producer of this show, or he is one of the producers of the show. We just want to say halala them Selegis, they own a reality TV, okay. They own it. But other than that, I am not happy about this Being a Xaba. I am not. However, I do love this girl called T. Listen, she's bubbly. She brings the real tea, okay. And I'm not surprised when T shared a story of how she got sick when she was younger. She visited a house, I don't know where exactly, but she visited a relative, and from there she came back sick. And when she came back sick, she went and consulted, and from consulting, it was then said that someone bewitched her. Like, I'm not surprised. Like, she have 22 siblings. Having 22 siblings meaning you have stepmoms, and all that. So in such a huge big family, it's definitely common to accuse each other of witchcraft, as something that I'm definitely not surprised. When she said, oh, I felt sick and it was severe and this and that and that, and when I went to consult, someone said someone is bewitching me. I'm like, okay, you are from a big family, okay. You have 22 siblings. However, we get to see the wife's perspective. Guys, let me tell you one thing for sure. And this, I heard it from someone. Someone told me that marriage is someone that is tailored, okay. It's not a one size fits all. Marriage is definitely not something that is a one size fits all. And I couldn't agree more with that perspective. So when the wife comes and says she herself, she preferred to date someone older because maybe there is this stigma that older men are more matured than younger men, which is probably true. There's some truth in it. But I'm just like, baby girl, whatever that makes you happy, whatever that makes you sleep better at night, if you know that this old man takes good care of you and provides for you and treats you as a wife should be treated, then why not? But one thing that you should know about marriage is it is not a one size fits all. What works for other people may not work for you. If maybe perhaps someone is married to an older man and she's being treated right by this older man. This older man is mature, is a family man. That does not mean that you should also go and get married to an older man, because you may find someone, because there are men who are in their 50s but they are currently in the club. You get what I mean? So if you are in your early 20s, you're 21, you're thinking maybe it's best to get married to a 50-year-old. It's probably not best, because that 50-year-old would still be going to a club. He would not be more of a husband material or type. I hope you all get what I'm trying to say. Marriage is definitely not a one size fits all. That's just what I'm trying to give you here, okay? It's complex, way more complex. What works for other people may not work for you. So sometimes it's not best to judge or have opinions on other people's marriage, because one thing about marriage is it's definitely not a one size fits all. It's not. So anyway, this is it, guys. Do you all think Mzansi Magic is slowly becoming Moja Love? Like, we just have to be seeing this broken black families, you know, and they're gonna monetize on brokenness of black families? Do I make sense? I don't know. But anyway, I am definitely looking forward to be watching this show. We were just recovering from Queen Nandi and the Rev. And now we have another black family, Sana. But one thing about KZN families, when it comes to reality TV show, shame. You can all say whatever you want. From Musa Mselegu, best reality TV show in Mzansi, to Real Housewife of Zeben, to this one. You can all say whatever you want. KZN families, they understand reality show, period. Why he's not happy is because he feels like he's the head of the family and he should have been told. Say, treat yourself like a head of the family, then everyone else will treat you like a head of the family. And I understand, like, honestly, when I saw that Nandipa's parents are still around, I also got a bit annoyed, because I was like, why is Nandipa's parents still around? But then, I'm sorry for that. But then I was like, okay, they are probably still around because Nandipa just had a new baby. So maybe they are there to help with the new baby, probably. But right now, since we have all seen that there are serious problems between Nandi and the Rev, and I just felt like, since also Rev's family was chased away, Nandipa's family should also go and they give these two people a chance to fix their marriage. That's if they want to, okay? But honestly, in this review, I don't really want to talk about their marriage, because, like, it does not matter what we say. Like, our opinions over people's marriages does not matter at all. And that's one thing that I've came to realize. It does not matter whether we say, listen, guys, get divorced, you guys are too toxic for one another. It does not matter whether we say, listen, you guys, fix your relation. It does not matter. Our opinions do not carry weight when it comes to their marriage at all. At all. At the end of the day, only them, they can decide what they want to do with their marriage and their children, and it has absolutely nothing to do with us. So I am distancing myself when it comes to commenting about their marriage. However, I am a bit disappointed seeing that Nandipa's parents are still there. Honestly, I would have assumed that since Rev's parents or family was chased away, because Rev doesn't have parents, Nandipa still have parents. So since Rev's family was chased away, I would have assumed that also Nandipa's parents left these two people to figure out life on their own, okay? So Nandipa came back with the car. Like I said, one thing about Nandipa, and one thing that I will start respecting about her, is that she hustle. You know, she makes things done, and she have a good, loving circle of friends. That's just something that is very rare to find. She really does have a very good, loving circle of friends. They are there for her, and she hustled for a 7-seater. I mean, she needs a 7-seater. I hope and I pray that she bought a used 7-seater. Like, Because one thing about Nandipa, I may be coming for her and be like, okay, Nandipa, I feel like you are carrying your family. I feel like your back is heavy. Like, it should be heavy. It's no joke to carry 7 children plus a husband. That's 8 children. Sana. So I feel like Nandipa's back is very much heavy because she's legit carrying everyone in that family. However, her decision making is not the greatest. Baby girl, your decision making, hustling for your family, 100%, I give it to you. I do, okay? But decision making, not so sure, mama. Not so sure about your decision making, okay? So I hope and I pray that you realize that your family need a car. Like, a car is a need to your family. I mean, you have 7 children. If you do not have a car, you honestly need a quantum. You need a quantum to feed 7 children because, ma'am. But I honestly hope, when I saw Nanipa's car, I was so happy for her. But I know that financially, maybe they don't afford the car. But one thing that I hope and I pray for is the fact that at least it was a used old car, you know, because they need a car just to get by. They don't need a luxury lifestyle. They need a car just to get by. Honestly, when you have 7 children, you need a car. Like, a car is a need, is a necessity. 7 children? How do you move around with 7 children? Just how? You know? But Rev was not happy. And as soon as Rev expressed that he's not happy with Nandipa purchasing a car, I was like, I am so sick of this lazy man. Like, I'm so sick of him. Say, you lazy. You are so lazy and it's disgusting. Like, I'm so sorry. What? You lazy. Okay? Your wife is busy making means that, you know what? The family needs this. Let me get this. The family needs that. Let me get that. The family. This is your wife's focus. Okay? It's all about family. And you are lazy. You are the laziest person to ever lived in this world. Laziest man, I meant to say. Okay? And you complain about how Nandi does things without even consulting you. How should she? Okay? When she is obviously a provider of this family, why should she consult you? Okay? You do nothing. Your wife comes with ideas, rather, to say, listen, help yourself. Okay? Oh, Sana, like, listen, Kaisini, I know most people have been advising that Rev and Nandi needs to break up. In my opinion, they need to stay good together. They need to stay together because I don't know which women will tolerate the laziness of Rev. Men makes plans. Like, life happens to all of us. People lose their jobs every day. Okay? So just because you lost your job, it means you're gonna sit around, cry every day. I'm sorry, sir. No, that's not how life works at all. Okay? You lose your job, you still have bills to take care of. You have a bond to pay, you have a car to pay, you have children to take to school, to feed, to put clothes on their back. Like, you still have responsibilities. Okay? So you have to cry for like the first week, cry and like, what am I gonna do? But the next week, get up and understand that life doesn't wait for you. Life is actually moving and you need to move with it. So Rav, I'm calling you out, babe. Like, I'm calling you out. Please do not manipulate us with your tears. We are tired of your manipulation. We are tired of your manipulation. I want to hear you say, as a man, I am going to make a plan. As a man, I'm going to make sure that my children eat something, okay? And I enjoy the fact that you cook. You're such an hands-on father. That's so beautiful to watch. But please, it does not end there. The roles does not have to swipe. The roles, literally, they do not have to swipe. You are still the head of your family. This means you are still the one to provide for your wife and kids. Okay, now listen. You know what Nandi does? Because Nandi is a planner. Nandi is a hustler. Nandi hustles that her husband should make his own church, you know. And baby girl can tell that perhaps her husband needs a little bit of a push, you know. she was like, okay, you know what, this is my husband. He's not an actionable person, he's not someone to take actions. He's a complainer. He's like, I'm his wife. My role and my responsibility is to help my husband, is to pick my husband up. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be a good wife, and I'm gonna pick my husband up. You know what she does? She hires a tent. She hires a tent to come into their place. And she made pamphlets. She goes and look for people to come and join their church. She does what needs to be done. She does what needs to be done. And everything, like, hey, guys, everything is being delivered on this lazy man called Rev on a silver platter. On a silver platter. You know what this man does? Do you know what this man does? He comes out of the house and complain about his leg. He comes out of the house and complain about his leg. Instead of saying, oh, here's an opportunity. Thank you so much, my wife. You are pushing me in the right direction. Let me grab this opportunity. Because probably he haven't preached in a long time, And I am thinking this is what Nandi is thinking as well. That probably if my husband was to just preach one more time, he will be reminded of his passion of preaching. And he will understand that he needs to make it work one way or the other. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, this is the main goal, this is what Nandi is trying to achieve with Rev, right? But do you know Rev? Do you know Rev? Do you know our Rev? Our Rev doesn't want that. Our Rev wants to cry. Our Rev just wants to cry. That's all that our Rev wants, is to cry. He comes out of the house and he's crying. Like nothing new there. Absolutely nothing new. He's crying and he like, oh, my leg. And Nandi now is also crying, And I think, I'm like, Nandi, you are falling into this man's manipulation. This man is just manipulating you. This man enjoy being a Cinderella man, okay? Who just sits on his bums and let his wife hustles the streets, Make plans, make ends meet. You know what I mean? Whilst he's sitting and crying on top of it. Not just sitting and crying. And I'm like, oh, Sana Nandi, like, I sympathize with you a lot, okay? And yeah, guess what? He then complains, he's like, Nandi do things without telling him. I'm like, what do you mean? Nandi took you on a date or whatever to tell you, to propose her starting a church, and she even said, I am starting a church, because you can tell that Nandi is trying to push her husband, because she understands that, you know what, my husband is that person that needs to be pushed, okay? If I say my husband starts a church, he won't. He will not start it. So what does Nandi needs to do? Nandi needs to then go to him, propose the idea. Remember, Nandi is not a preacher. Nandi is not called to preach. Nandi is just a supporter. Even on the previous church that they've been in, my understanding is that Nandi was just umama mfundisi. You get what I mean? Nothing else, just umama mfundisi. That was her title. But right now, she feels the necessity of pushing her husband into the right direction. And this man is not even, all he does is to just complain, this is my house, this is my this, oh, why are you doing things without telling me? You are my wife, I am the head. Like said, the nerve of even saying you are the head. What head, babe? What head? I'm sorry. The other day, he was also complaining about Nandi not buying him clothes. I'm like, you know what? I'm so done with this man. Like, I'm done, okay? Nandi, she's probably not the best person that anyone will ever meet. Like, probably not, okay? But I think she's outspoken and she survived in a defense mode, I think. I don't know what has happened in her life to turn her in that way, but there is no way that she's been like that her whole life. Like, I don't know. It's hard to believe. Anyway, Rev, babe, stop being lazy. Stop it. It's not cute. It's not cute to have a lazy husband, a lazy man. lazing around, just waiting for a man to make a plan. I'm sorry. And cry, manipulation, tears. No, Rev, we don't need that as women. I'm so sorry. Stay married to your wife. She probably knows how to handle you and support you the best. I don't think there's any women out there who will be able to deal with manipulation tears of a lazy man who just, in all honesty, he just doesn't want to hustle. I'm sorry, Rev. So, bye.